You are listening to Knackers in the Breeze podcast.
The podcast.
This is episode 3 now. It's episode 3. Last week we had a format of Would You Rather? Would you rather A or B?
Yeah, there was a lot of Would You Rather going on, weren't there?
There's a lot of different genres, different scenarios.
Yeah, it got quite philosophical at times, a little bit whimsical and silly, I think, at other times. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Made you think, made you cry, made you cringe.
Yeah, I had all those emotions. And when I woke up in the morning and remembered what we'd done, I did cringe and I did cry and I did have a lot of regret and remorse. But
I had to edit it, so I had to listen to this quite a lot whilst doing it.
I wouldn't listen back, and I wouldn't dare listen back. But this is the next episode.
Fellow listeners, please listen back and tell your friends, even if we can't.
So, if you're new to this podcast, what you can expect to hear are two guys sitting in a shed shooting the shit. All right?
We should define the shed. It's not a storage shed. We're not not spanners and bikes that we have to.
No. Okay, it's a chalet. It's two middle-class men in a chalet.
Ski chalet.
We've
got a mountain.
We're in Aspen right now. The viewing figure's been very high. We can live the high lifestyle.
Almost as high as the altitude.
Yes.
Banter. That's
really good. And so what you can expect to hear in this episode, we've had a deluge. That's my word of the week. I've had a deluge of Would You Rather questions coming in from the fans. All the fans have been sending in their audio clips and written questions through. They've come through to our email address. Right, would you be so kind to read out the email address, because I can't remember.
We've got an email address now, so you can contact us.
Yeah, show off.
Just know us and tell us in person. We have to write it down.
Off, mate.
So we've got a little email address now. We've set it up.
Sure.
We went on the internet.
Yeah.
Said, how do you set up an email address?
Yeah, you did Google that, didn't you?
Yeah, I Googled it, but
as
far as Google goes...
Did you get your mum to do it for you? She set it up.
Right, my mum's been working at a job for quite a few years. I work it in now. I've replaced her. Not replaced.
Jesus.
Right. So...
You put your mum out of work?
I did, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's harsh. But
Christ, she made you.
It's a dog-eat-dog world,
She made you who you are today, quite literally. And you've thrown her down the hole.
The student becomes the teacher, all right?
Oh, yeah. She should have taught you too well. She taught you too much. She should have kept saying back.
Maybe, not even joking, 10 years into the job.
Sure.
I've showed her stuff recently. She phoned me up whilst I was in Northampton, and she said, Ryan, how'd you copy and paste again? She went 10 years without copy and paste.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, so.
Can copy and paste.
So yeah, I can type into Google how to make an email address, and
well done.
this is what's happened.
Right. So what is the
our email address? Is knackersinthebreeze@gmail.com.
How are you spelling knackers?
How are we spelling knackers? It's KNACKERS.
Show off. So knackers in the breeze.
All one word.
At gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Pose us your questions.
Right, send us your questions, right? Listen up, right? Carry on listening. Don't abandon the ship now, and you'll know where we're coming from, and you'll probably come up with your own Would You Rather. And I reckon you're probably going to disagree with some of our answers as well. Who knows? Well, I do.
We'd love to see how you feel on a lot of these questions. Even in last week's questions. Email us in. Or voice clip us in.
Voice clip us in, motherfucker.
Which we don't have. You can send it in email if you're very technologically.
Not if you're Rise Mum. She won't know how to do that.
Copy and paste your answers. If you're very technologically advanced, then send your questions in.
Yes.
Or send your answers in.
Yeah. And if you're an employer who's looking for somebody who doesn't know how to... Basically, we've got a lovely lady here. She's unemployed. Her own son has put her out on the street. If you've got a job to offer, we've got a lovely candidate waiting for you. And her name is Ryan's mum.
I will say now, she now knows how to copy and paste.
You're a good man.
Control-C, Control-V.
Oh, you
for
do
all those you didn't know.
Yeah, the shortcut version. Right, well...
But basically, last week, we tried an intro. It's controversial.
Oh, the intro, yeah. Well, I went with the countdown intro, the famous Channel 4. Yeah. Is it Channel 4?
What's Channel 4?
Yeah, Channel 4. The famous Channel 4 hit quiz show with numbers and letters. We all know it. We all love it. That was I chose that, which I think is definitely copyrighted.
Yeah, it's probably copyrighted.
It's definitely copyrighted. No, we can't say...
as much as we'd like to.
What's her name?
Remix it.
Rachel, whatever her name is. I can't say
I
right,
said
Rachel.
this last week.
Yeah, I forget. I don't listen back. Rachel Riley, can we use your theme song on our podcast? We record it in a shed. She's going to say no.
So we've had Channel 4 contact us by dreams, not necessarily by email because we've only just set it up, but they weren't happy. And so we decided we're each going to go away and record an intro. We both sort of know how to use a guitar. I mean, I've seen one and I can press my fingers on it.
Yeah, mate.
I know you.
No, you're pretty good on
Sometimes
guitar,
you press
man.
your face on it, but
yeah.
I have to pull you aside and say you're doing it wrong. But I think you can use one.
You've been putting the beers back in this episode, so I reckon you'll be falling into a guitar or two after this.
Knackers in the Breeze does not exist without the beers.
No, you can tell that. The quality diminishes as time goes on.
That suggests that the quality has been high.
Before we press record, the quality of conversation was very high. The trick, where we've gone wrong is pressing record and drinking too much. That's where we've gone wrong. Well,
Sound checks were very deep.
I haven't listened to your intro.
No, so we've not listened to each other's intro. We've gone away. It's not quite been the week that we promised.
How long has it been? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
Do you know? I think it's been a month.
A month?
I think it's been a month.
I had a month to think about what we did.
I did mine immediately. Not immediately, but like within the week.
Right. Well, I did mine about 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so
Yeah, but I haven't listened to it back, and it took me, no joke, 4 minutes to write
yeah,
and
mine
produce
was
and
very
record
similar.
and post. So
Well, not 4 minutes altogether. I'd say. Do you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say maybe 7 minutes. That's crazy.
7 minutes. Okay. Well, rock paper scissors. Who
Rock
plays?
paper scissors. Let's go.
Right,
So
go.
1, 2, 3, and then go. Yeah.
Always 1, 2, 3, go.
Palm out.
Always palm out my ass.
Yeah,
Right.
I will do in a minute.
Oh yeah. All right, go.
This is off podcast. Right. Okay. Right.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, that's both scissors.
We both scissored each other.
1, 2, 3.
Rock beats.
Right.
Enough doesn't meet paper, does it?
Right.
Paper
So I was
beats rock.
paper.
That's bollocks.
Ryan is paper.
Wet paper.
Barry is rock.
All right. So play me
Which,
a
for
song.
those who don't know, paper beats rock. If you want to know more, then I
He's the most
suggest googling it.
patronising person. Right,
I mean,
go
I
on.
know some of the listeners, and they might need guidance. Sorry, Mum.
We'll get you a job. If it's the last thing we do. Right, come on. Hit me with your intro song. I want to get to the meat and veg of this episode. But all right. Okay, so Rye, this is Rye's intro song. Here we go.
Would you rather have cheddar cheese for knees, or a talking dog that only speaks in Portuguese? Or to make yourself feel really dry, would you towel dry between your thighs, or tangle out your knackers in the breeze?
Fucking hell. I'm well impressed. That's fucking great. No, that ain't fair. That's too good. That's really good. It's short, succinct. It sounds good. I can tell there's a bit of time put in that. Oh man, that's really
do you know
good.
what?
That's the intro song. That's it. That's it. Done. I'm not gonna play mine. Fuck
Knackers
that.
in the Breeze. Right, so that's my one.
Alright.
We're going to listen to Barry's now.
Mine's awful. Mine's a lot more of a I did a bit of a more of a loose style.
Loosey goosey.
Alright, you ready? This is I did 2 actually. One was awful, so I thought I'd just.
Are we playing the first one?
I thought.
Are we
Well, they're
playing the
both
awful
awful, but I don't know. I can't remember which one's which. So I'm gonna play you one, and we'll see. This is called Barry's theme song to Knackers in the Breeze. That's it. So lyrically,
How did you come up with those lyrics?
mate, it took me a while. I don't know. I had a moment of inspiration, and it all came to me.
Fucking genius.
I don't know if that was a good or bad one. Can't remember.
I went to go visit my mate up in Birmingham recently, and we went to go see Aston Villa. And
You're odd.
I've always thought about this in football songs. Basically, there was a chant going around that was Villa, 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 Villa.
Right.
And I was sitting next to my friend George, and we were like, "How do they come up with these lyrics?" That one was like, surprisingly, as football chants go, that was mediocre.
Good.
As
they weren't good.
The one that gets me is Liverpool's.
They've got melody.
Who has pretty much the same lyrics, but replace it with Liverpool. But it's so drony. They go Liverpool, 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 Liverpool.
That's only
Which is really because
that's only when they're losing.
no,
Surely when they're winning.
It was weird because Liverpool are like a really successful team, but the way they sing it is like that, like they have been a League One team all their life.
I think a lot of it's just their accent,
Liverpool.
maybe. No, even that's a bit more optimistic than that. Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird
How
one.
they come up with those lyrics, but
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, yeah, I'm a bit more Villa with my theme song, and this is the other one. This is the outtake. Then I guess.
outtake.
Oh, what do you get when you mix two men and a microphone and then sit them in a room and give them things to chew on? It sounds dirty, but trust me, it's not. It's chat for the common man. Let's listen up, Knackers in the breeze. Listen up, Knackers in the breeze.
How's that the outtake?
Oh, there we go.
Right.
All right, that's they're my two songs. And,
Barry's got two songs. Outtake one. I disagree. I think they're both.
Which one was your favourite?
I'd say the second one.
Really?
Just personally.
I like the first one more.
All right.
I like the
so
simplicity of it.
I'm
Villa
gonna
and Liverpool.
pose this to the listeners.
Right.
That was pretty good. I do actually like that one.
Thank you.
Many instruments.
Yeah, multi. I'm a multi-instrumentalist.
I've seen your instrument.
You would have noticed. Sorry.
Huh?
You would have
Just saying,
noticed.
I've seen you in a G-string.
You would have noticed. You would have noticed that in there a xylophone.
Xylophone.
My nan gave me. I haven't showed you yet, have I? I'll show my fucking xylophone after
Show
this.
me your instrument, but not your xylophone.
There was a ukulele in there.
You had wood.
There was a. I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, basically, you showed me a slight bit of the
I'm all
xylophone.
flustered.
You showed me your D.
Not
That's
hard.
as much as you can expect from this podcast now. It's just
big or clever
immature
saying things
jokes.
like that. It's too easy, mate. It's too easy.
So anyway, we're going to pose this to the listeners. We're going to set up a link where the listeners can vote in on their favorite podcasts. There's three now. So we're going to set up a link for Google, and we're going to put a tinyurl.com for all the listeners. And I'm pretty sure that this won't be already in use. So if you all want to listen, go to tinyurl.com/KIB intro, all one word. So KIBINTRO.
Right, yeah, okay.
So tinyurl.com/KIBINTRO.
I'll be casting my vote.
There will be three options.
Can I vote more than once?
It's frowned
I'm
upon.
voting, mate, and I'm voting for. Do you know what? I think your song was fucking good. Actually, it was really good. A bit more professional, I think. The time, lyrically, it was better, and musically, it was better. There weren't many instruments, but that's fine. That's fine. You were lazy. I get it. You're a busy man. You got your mum's job now. I get it.
Cast her out into the street.
She's out. She's outside begging. All right, well, cast your votes. I hope we see the votes flooding in, like the Would You Rathers that we got, which leads us on to Would You Rather. All right, so we've had loads of Would You Rathers come in, and I'm going to start now with one that I've actually listened to already. This is from the lovely Jess. Jess, if you're listening, it was one of the best. I really liked it, and that's why it starts.
Jess, it was the best. We'll come up with better.
We'll write a theme song next week for Jess. Cast your votes. Right, this one's from Jess. You ready? Here we go.
Would you rather have a finger as a tongue or have tongues for fingers?
Oh, I like that. Do you know why I like that? Because it's short and sweet, to the point, no fucking about. And it's a pretty good question, isn't it? What I also like about that is she sounds really happy when she's doing it. Like, I didn't force her to do it. She seems quite content to do it.
Kids in the background, like, almost like shouted in joy at that question.
Oh my god, that's amazing! I don't know.
The fingers.
So basically, if I'm eating food, would I have to rub my little finger tongue over it to taste it and then just shove it in my mouth and swallow it?
Right. Is it just taste?
That's
Tongue is taste.
Tongue is taste. Although
But no, you get it
saliva
up in the
breaks.
nasal area.
I don't know.
Come to Stephen Fry.
I don't know.
QI.
You'd have to carry around a little bottle of like saliva spray or something to to sort of moisten up your finger tongue, because it would just go really dry in the autumn air, wouldn't it? You'd have a really dry, weird
That's true.
bit
If
of
you have-
leather.
If you have tongue outside of your mouth,
Yeah, it would just
it's
dry
gonna
out.
render it useless.
It would just dry out. You got a useless finger tongue. It's hideous and it's useless. Get rid of it, right?
Right, you're talking about yourself with a hideous tongue. Mine's beautiful.
Get rid of it.
Give me a fucking pair of scissors now.
So yeah, I don't know. I think. Well, what? Wait, what? I've actually lost sight of the question. Tongue and what is it again?
Tongue
I'm gonna have to play it again,
fingers.
for God's sake.
And a finger for a tongue.
Would you rather have a finger as a tongue or have tongues for fingers?
Oh, that's it. Right. So we fucked the question up. So it's having like 10 finger tongues, like tongues on your fingers,
Yeah.
and a finger in your mouth, or
So
the other way around.
again, the key question is: if you have tongues for fingers, what do you have in your gob?
If you've got tongues,
because
if you've got tongues
if
on
you
your
haven't-
fingers,
if you-
listen to the question. She tells you if you've got.
No. Sorry, if you have a finger as a tongue, it's still kind of useful. You can push food around. Maybe
Oh,
I
it's
know.
weird. It's weird, mate. You'd have to clip your
I'm literally
fingernails.
looking at my finger now, and it can go left and right and up and down and push it around a bit like a tongue can.
Yeah, it can.
A tongue can go up, which my finger can't. So,
This is absurd.
but fingers with tongues, no, yeah, tongues as fingers, they can still grip stuff because
You don't need that many tongues.
Actually, do you know what? Like
No.
the tongues as fingers are useful because they can grip in the other way, so you can pick stuff up with the back of your hand.
Oh, but imagine if you're a waiter or something and you got to take someone's plate to their table and your tongue fingers are all wrapping around the plate and going in the mash and shit. No, it doesn't
Useful.
work.
You can pick up
What
more.
if you're driving?
You can pick up more, like one finger
Although-
there. One finger there, or one tongue there, one tongue there. The other one, you can pick up so many more bottles. You can be a better waiter.
I guess, because
You've just mentioned the job where it could be so much more
they'd be
useful.
all dry, wouldn't it? We've already worked that out. They'd be dry. So it'd be like ultimate grippy, flexible.
They'd be more grippy if they're dry.
It'd be like tentacles, little tentacles on the end of your hands.
Have you tried to pick stuff up with a wet tongue? It doesn't happen.
Masturbation would be good, wouldn't it?
Better.
It'd be really good. You've got like 10 tongues around your penis or vagina.
The girls would love it.
Oh my God, you could have numerous ladies on the go at the same time. Okay, that one. Yeah, that one. Also, a finger in the mouth. No, it's just awful.
Finger in the mouth.
It's a bit aggressive. I don't like it.
It still works. So,
Do
you know what?
It's weird.
No.
It's weird. You could ring people off with just your mouth. You could enter the number.
I'd do anyway.
You just enter the number with your finger tongue. You could ring bells, doorbells. There's no limit to what you could do with the finger tongue. But yeah, that's okay. As long as I've got a tongue somewhere, I'll have 8 of them. That's okay with me.
Yeah, she just didn't specify. If you do have tongues for fingers, what do you have in your mouth as a replacement? Do
She
you
said
have
that
nothing?
already.
Do
You've
you
got
have
a finger.
nothing?
You've got a finger.
No, she said, would you rather this or this? She didn't
Right,
say,
okay.
you have this instead of.
Would you rather have a finger as a tongue or have tongues?
Yeah, okay, you're right. Yeah, I don't know why I found it so complicated. It's the simplest question. All right, well, that one then. The other one. The fingers as tongues. Yeah, that's what I
Fingers
go for.
as tongues.
That's what I go for.
The tongue, what, the finger as a tongue?
No.
Tongues for fingers.
That's the one. That's the one. It's really
I think-
confusing me. Let's move on. We spent way too long on that. It's
I
absurd.
think I would go for the tongues for fingers.
Let's move on. Right, carry on. All
I
right.
said, would you rather? I don't know.
All right. Tell me, what's your final answer? Your final answer.
I'd have the tongues for fingers if I can keep my actual tongue because it's multi-useful. Do you know what? A lot of time,
needs
I
fingers?
think if it was a surgery option available, I might go for it.
So evolution really missed a trick there.
So Jess, if you know anyone who can sort this out for me,
Evolution, you fucked up. You should
email Knackers in the Breeze. That's KNACKERS in the breeze at gmail.com.
What, evil than what? If you know somebody who can put tongues on your fingers.
If you know someone who can sort this surgery out for me, it might be all right.
Yeah, all right, please. I look forward to the emails. Right. Let's move on. Let's hit you with another Would You Rather. Because like I said, we got a lot
Who
through.
we got?
Got a lot through. Who are we through? This is more.
Do you want to do another one? Or?
Yeah, I mean, right, I got some more. Right, this one is off my my twin brother, Tony. He's a big listener. I mean, he's not a fat guy. He just loves
He's
the
just
show.
taller than us, so he's a big listener.
Yeah, he's a big listener. Most people are big listeners. This is Tony. I don't know if you've heard this one before. Who knows?
I've not heard it before. No, this is all new to us.
Here we go.
New to me.
Alright, I'll take a break from my recording to do a would you rather. Okay, would you rather be ill for the rest of your life with a mild flu? So you've got a runny nose, you're sniffling, your eyes are watering, you feel run down forever. You're always ill of some description. Or would you rather have someone follow you everywhere for the rest of your life, so you never get any alone time? You go somewhere for a meal with your family, he's there in the background, he's just sitting there with you, watching you from a distance. You're sleeping at night, he's in the same room, you never get some alone time. So you've got that, or you're always ill. They're your two choices. There's no good choice here.
Right, okay.
Right, Tony, you really like your privacy questions, don't you?
Right. Constructive feedback. That question could have been asked within 6 seconds or 7 seconds. Would you rather be ill all the time, have the flu, or have the guy follow you forever? But
That's what we want from our listeners. Just be precise.
yeah, but no, do you know what? Thank you, Tony. It was a really good question. Right, what would you go for? Because I don't know.
Right, so
I think, here's the thing.
the flu.
You get used to a guy following you. That would become normal. It would be fine. It would be like CCTV now in the Orwellian state that we live in.
Are you
You
used
get
to it? Because I have been following you around for a little while. I don't know if you're used to it, but if I'm just part of the family now.
Right, I'm used to it. Right? That's why you're here now. I thought it's better to just invite you in. You've been trying to get in for years.
I also have the flu, so.
Oh God.
So my initial thing is the flu is
Shit.
It's a bit of a pain in the arse, but it's
if
doable.
you really had the flu,
runny.
no.
He said mild flu as well, so
Yeah,
it's runny
he did.
nose.
Did he say that? He did.
Cough,
I'm not listening
which-
back because that's an hour.
I know a lot
I'm
of
not
people
getting back.
who've constantly got like cough, runny nose, and stuff. I'm still friends with them, at least. If
No, but I know you're friends with them. But imagine how shit it is for them.
yeah, well, fuck
Their,
them.
their problem, innit? Sounds right. Yeah, they shouldn't have sinned in a previous life, should they?
That's true. Yeah, it's shit for them. But someone having. Yeah, what's the reason for them for following you around? I don't know. Do they
There is no
like
reason.
you? Do
There is
they
no reason.
detest you? Are they like CID or something? Or
Do you know what? That's a good question, actually. What is the reason? Because if I felt, oh, he's a sexual predator, I wouldn't enjoy that. I'd be like, he's going to pounce at any moment. If he was a guy who just enjoyed my company, and he wanted
Do you know what? When we get more famous, I imagine we'll have listeners following us around. So
Well,
this is like a foreshadowing.
Well,
to the future.
since last episode, it's been pretty crazy. I was driving the other day to Dover, and there was a car behind me the majority of the way.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Did
So
you call the police?
no, he went away in
Report
the
it?
end, but only because I was looking at him viciously
You know
through
what?
the rear.
I've been on a road once where there's been a car behind me for like a long time, at least like I don't know, 2.5 minutes.
And
That's
did you
ridiculous.
and did you think if I could have flu right now and he could go disappear, I'd take it?
Handbrake on, sneeze in his face. It'd soon fuck off.
Well, I don't know. So what's the answer? Which one would you go for? What would you go for?
Yeah, I'd probably go for the flu.
No, forever.
Forever. Yeah,
You'd be known as Flu Rai Rai. Like, oh, who's that guy? Oh, that's Fluey Rai.
Yeah, I'd rather
who's
be
Rai?
known as like Ryan with the flu or Ryan and the geezer behind him who's just constantly peering out between the bushes with his binocular and his GoPro.
Who's Rai? I know the guy that's always sniffling and snotting everywhere. Or who's Rai? You know, the guy that's always got that other guy within 6 foot distance staring at him. I'd rather be that guy.
I'd rather be the guy who has someone following around going, it's Barry and whoever. And we all know. We'll wave to him and he waves back.
But he just doesn't. It just becomes a
shit.
part of your life.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that one then. I'd end up making him food and bringing it out to him. Yeah, him. Perseverance pays off. Well done for trying. Yeah, him.
Do you know what? This might even be a twin thing. I'm sure Tony would say the same thing. It's always been like, we've known both of you. You've been friends with us for a long time, and it's kind of been like Barry and Tony. So maybe it's not that foreign to you. Is that a thing?
Oh, that's a really good point. Is that he was there for a lot of my youth. There was always someone else there. We shared a room for 18 years, 17 years, something
And
like
you were
that.
always blocked up nose and sneezing all over the place. So.
Snot everywhere. in
Tony,
that
is
room.
this a question just about Barry?
Yeah, I was always following him around with a little pocket full of tissues and a sleeve full of dreams.
Pocket full
Yeah.
of tissues, but not necessarily snot filled.
Listen,
Anyway, let's
we,
go-
We were teenagers, all right.
We've all been there.
There was a lot of testosterone floating around that bedroom. Right.
Let's go to question 3. Should we do one of our ones?
Yeah,
Shall
man.
I give you my one? I've not done one
Yeah,
yet,
please,
so,
yeah. I can't remember my one to you, to be
I
honest.
vaguely remember mine. Mine was a little while ago.
And remember, if you've been listening to this and you disagree or you've got another point of view, let us know through the email or, I don't know, yeah, I think just let us know through the email, to be honest. It's probably the only way at the moment. I'm not giving my personal number out on the air waves. Okay, right, let's hear your question.
Hello, Barry, and hello, fellow listeners. This might be the first Would You Rather from another country. I'm here in Calais in France, and I've been trying to
Nice.
practice French with some French people,
Better not be in French.
and it's got me thinking about a question for Would You Rather for Barry. So, Barry, would you rather live in a society where everyone speaks English in every country and there's no other foreign languages, or live in a society where there's as many languages as there is today, maybe more, and every country has a different language, but English isn't known outside of England itself. So if you want to communicate or you want to go anywhere, you have to make the effort to learn a foreign language. So, what would you rather, Barry?
Oh, shit. I like that. That was a good question. That's the first question from outside the UK borders. I like it. Jesus. Actually, were you on a bike then? Why was,
No, I was by a fountain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You were just in a urinal doing a
Calais.
piss. Oh, yeah, because you went to Calais
I mean-
not long ago, yeah. Yeah.
A lot of English people who do go to Calais are constantly pissing all over the square because they are pissed.
Well, it's a long ferry
It wasn't
ride.
me, though, this time.
Wait, so, yeah, because obviously, for those that listen, Rai speaks, he's quite, I would say, fluent in French. He wouldn't say fluent, but I think he is. Rai, how would you say, I am not fluent in French?
Je ne parle pas le français couramment.
See, that's what I'm talking about, people. The fact he even attempted it shows he's very capable in the French language. So, yeah, would I rather...
I'm not. By the way, listeners, I'm not fluent at all. I know I can get by in some French.
Yeah.
I struggle in conversations, but when I've had a drink, then I get a bit more confident. But my ability to understand French goes massively downhill.
Well, yeah. Well, I disagree. I think you're really good all the time. Because that's only because I know under trois quatre cinq done. Right,
Hey,
so...
how do you know you speak German?
Don't confuse me, because I was actually a bit paranoid then. Right, so... Would I rather? I would rather... I think for me it's quite obvious, because I quite like... I don't know. It's a tough one. So I could go anywhere in the world and communicate with anyone, because they all speak English. Mm-hmm. Which would be amazing.
But it'd be such a
Be amazing.
closed culture.
It would be a closed culture, yeah. And that's the thing. So, language doth make culture. What a
I mean, it's a massive part of it.
wanky thing to say, but I think it's true. No, that definitely...
Well, I mean, a lot of that separates...
Add to it, doesn't
I
it?
just think about France and Germany, how different their languages
Well, language
are,
affects...
how different their cultures are.
Language affects the way you think and the way you address things.
It definitely
so
does, yeah.
it does change a lot. So, right, I think I would have to go with the second option, and that English is not recognised, and I have to make an effort to learn a few phrases here and there, or more than that, and try and learn the language. That one.
I mean,
I
it's
have to
a
choose
lot
that one.
of-
But do you know what? Here's the thing. What the question you're posing now...
There's no universal language. Everyone who has to go anywhere has to speak their language.
Exactly. And we're lucky that we're English, but if you were born in Bosnia and you speak Bosnian, is that a real language? Let's say you... I'm sure it is.
Definitely.
Then you're in that position straight away, because nobody's learning Bosnian. Nobody speaks that language outside of your country. So you are going to have to go out and learn another language. So it sounds crazy to me now, but it's only because I'm English and I'm just lucky to be born in this country that colonised a lot of places and thrust that language upon the world.
lucky.
I'm so lucky. Thank God. So
Thank God we were the aggressors.
so I go for the second one, because I think it would make a diverse and rich world in which to explore, which it kind of already is, because I don't know any other languages.
But then again, talk about diverse, well, not necessarily diverse, but rich to explore.
Sure.
You can go to any country and be able to communicate with them.
It'd be amazing. But what I think is nice, is the overcoming things and finding. I don't know. I've been to quite a few countries where I didn't speak the language, and you have to sort of mime your way through.
Do you know, I don't even know if you believe. I don't even know if I believe you've been to other countries. Where could we actually officially find out if you have been to other countries?
So if you go to washinguppaperplates.com, you can listen to a few things. I went to a few countries, all in Europe, some outside of the EU, but they were all in Europe. And you can listen to. Well, no, do you know what? I even ventured outside of Europe at one point.
Whoa.
I went across the Bosphorus River in Istanbul, and technically that's Asia, so I'll take that. So anyway, you can listen to that. It's washinguppaperplates.com, in affiliation with Knackers in the Breeze podcast. But anyway, right, you've heard my answer. What's yours?
Oh, my answer. Oh, I forgot I was going to do it. Right, what would I do? I think I would rather go for the second one as well with you. It'd be so convenient to go around the world and visit these places.
Get
and
boring, wouldn't it?
Visit these places, speak English and stuff with everyone. But the whole kind of charm is it's a completely different culture to what you know. So I think if you I don't know, if you had the same sort of language, the culture would kind of integrate. But then again, I mean, even if we're in England now, if you go to
Are we?
the United States or Canada, it's a
Yeah.
completely different culture. So I think
That's very
maybe
true. That's very true. But I think the language, because we have this shared same language, that we make the mistake of thinking that America and Canada aren't that
Do you know
different
what?
to us. But they are very different to us.
I've been to
are
France
different
and
countries.
to United States, and I think we have more in common with the French people than we do with the Americans, despite the language difference. So
Man, no, I like that.
we
I like that.
so
The
many
language
differences
the language
between us
misleads
and the
you.
Americans. Where do you know what obviously the main differences between us and the French are the languages, but we share a lot of the same sort of stuff.
Just not food, but everything else.
Yeah, we can't cook for shit.
Although we all have croissants and bread. To be fair, I love them. We all have carbs. But yeah, well, there we go. Well, yeah, so we both went for the second one.
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck you.
Let us know your answers
Yeah, I
at
like
the
that, man.
email that I'm not going to repeat again.
Right, so yeah, that was pretty good. Right, so we've had Tony's, we've had Jess's, we've had Rye's. It's time for this guy. His name is Chris. He's a long-time friend of the show. Hasn't missed an episode. And this is his question. Are you ready? You ready?
Would you rather be a spaceman that gets to meet aliens or a time traveller that gets to meet the dinosaurs?
Oh,
I like it already.
shit.
That was very precise. That was very quick.
My mind is made up, to be honest with you.
Is this just a question of I get to meet dinosaurs or other things in history?
No. Do you know why?
Why?
There's implications.
Okay. Right, if it's just dinosaurs, I'm
dinosaurs.
skeptical of the thing of meat dinosaurs. I'm going to shake their hand and they eat the shit out of me
You're the meat.
immediately.
You're the meat, they're gonna eat you.
I can go back in time and say, hey, Velociraptor. That's it.
Yeah, all right. But no,
And then if we meet
Okay,
aliens,
I'm gonna
maybe they
add-
might do the same thing.
I'm gonna
I
add
don't
this. That's true. They could gobble you up as well.
know. I've never met either. I'm going to go out officially and say I've never met neither a dinosaur nor an alien, but I have
Why are you clearing that up?
seen.
Nobody's doubting that.
I mean, I just want to clear stuff up just in case.
I don't think rumours were going to fly. that
Rumors are
you've
fine.
met
he's actually
either.
met a dinosaur. Area 51, he's fucking bang on that.
Yeah, they've got both dinosaurs and aliens in Area 51. That's what I heard.
Yeah, but I've seen a dinosaur skeleton, so at least I know
You're hard.
what I'm up against. Whereas I don't know, I've buried an alien skeleton, you know.
What? Listen, I don't know where you're going with this. What's your answer? Because
Fucking hell, we're getting straight into the answers. We're not going to
no, because here's the thing. You're talking about who cares about your stupid
Our listeners.
skeleton, right? Would you? I don't care. I know dinosaurs that did exist. Doesn't mean I want.
Whoa, that's a big shout.
I know
The creationists of the world
that dinosaurs
disagree with
existed.
that.
All right. It might have been 2,000 years ago or 3,000 years ago. Whatever the hell the creationists think.
A couple of hundred years
6,000, 100, whatever. They
I
existed.
think
I
they
didn't-
interacted with the Romans.
Yeah, we live side by side. No one's questioning that. We live side by side, but they definitely existed. But I don't care. That doesn't matter. That doesn't enter into this. What enters into
Julius
this is-
Caesar conquered England on a velociraptor. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Officially, you heard it here.
Definitely, without a doubt. Right, so this is why I would meet aliens, because if you met aliens, I'm guessing that's present day. I can get a chance to be a spaceman, go into space and meet aliens. I can then come back to Earth and go,
Are they not coming to Earth and you just meet them
well, I'm a spaceman.
out on a night out?
It's a bit shit, 'cause if I'm a spaceman and they come to Earth and I meet them in a nightclub, I'm thinking, oh, I might as well have been a plumber and I still would have met them. I'd like to think if I'm a spaceman, I put the hours in, I meet them in space, hopefully.
Spaceman.
I
always wanted to be you into a spaceman. Wow, I'm interested to see what the levels are like on or what the pitch is like on that.
It looks alright.
Yeah, that's all right. We're what kind of a bit nerdy that we're actually watching our voices, and it's interesting now. It's interesting me. Barry's rolling his eyes.
Right, if you're listening. Yeah, no, I think aliens, 100%, 100,000%, because it's amazing.
1,000%.
100,000%. Because aliens, dinosaurs existed. I can go and see a crocodile or an alligator. They're basically dinosaurs. There's not that much difference. Who gives a fuck? I mean, they're amazing, but who gives a fuck? Aliens, I've never seen one.
They are amazing, but who gives a fuck?
Is that an oxymoron? You're a moron. Who gives a fuck? I've seen dinosaurs. I've seen lizards, geckos, newts, alligators.
You're naming so many
crocodiles,
things that
snakes.
aren't dinosaurs. You do know that.
They're lizards, birds. Apparently dinosaurs had feathers and they just look like big birds. So who gives a hoot?
Well,
Pardon the
I
pun.
met Trevor down the town and Steve.
Yeah.
They're pretty much gorillas. They're pretty much primates.
Yes, exactly.
And, like, I've met some chimps.
I don't care about these guys you've met in town. What I do care
I've
about
met
is
some
the
Homo
guy.
sapiens from 50,000 years ago. It's not the
Yes.
same thing, is it?
Who
Met
gives?
some cavemen?
Who gives
No,
a toss?
You can't
I'd
say
ro-
I've had a gecko.
I can say.
Crawling along the wall.
I've seen a
I've met a
gecko-
dinosaur. It's not the same as like a
Right.
T-Rex that's just
you-
strolling around outside.
Imagine-
I've met a gecko, mate.
Imagine,
I had a fly that I gave him.
imagine
T-Rex.
an alien, right? A life that is not of this
What are you
planet.
going to feed an alien?
I don't give a crap. I'm going to feed an alien. I'm going to meet an alien, look him in the eye, if he even has an eye. He might be a gaseous creature. I could meet or smell an alien. I could meet an alien life form that exists potentially outside of this solar system, potentially outside of this fucking galaxy. Oh my god, amazing, mind blowing,
What about
life changing.
if you're thinking a very romanticized view of
I've
aliens?
seen Jurassic Park. That's
if-
what I need to know.
If these aliens
enough for me.
turn out to be some sort of gecko things, you can meet these
You think
aliens,
that
but they
dinosaur-
can't communicate with you. They're just like bacteria.
Okay.
They're just going to infest you. Maybe
So they're not dinosaurs?
Maybe some sort of like what are we in now? 2010s. What's the cool way to say that? It's not noughties, is it?
The
Because
teenies.
The teenies version of
cool.
AIDS, and they just infest you.
So alien teeny AIDS.
Alien teeny AIDS is the official term now.
So what's your point? Okay,
We don't know what the
It's
aliens
not-
are. I know.
It would be an honour.
that dinosaurs existed. I know kind of what they are from what we've researched.
It would be an
From
honour to
what we know of
hail-
aliens, it's still
No.
kind of debatable. But there could be some sort of like space AIDS.
I would feel
You
blessed.
want space AIDS, do you?
Yes.
It's official here now.
I feel blessed. If I was the man that got to inhale another life form from another distant galaxy, I would be blessed. Let me die in pain, but with pride, because I was the man that inhaled a creature from a whole nother fucking planet. It was amazing.
Proud to know it's a noble sacrifice.
Thank you. It's the least I could do. There we go. Chris,
give me a Stegosaurus any day, mate.
Stegosaurus. No, stick your steg up your ass. Right? They're boring.
Many times I have.
Have you been to the Natural History Museum in London?
I think I have. But,
big Stegos- the
I think
big
I was young. I don't know. No, I don't think I have.
Dippy, the big Diplodocus
Diplodocus.
in the foyer. That's as good as seeing a dinosaur. You've seen it. You've seen it.
The massive Diplodocus that is in the foyer and that everyone flocks to go and see
Yes.
is the best.
I think it's
gonna
changed
get.
now. I think it's a whale now. Did you hear about that? It's a
Right,
whale.
well,
They got rid of Dippy.
I've seen some
Really
whales.
upsetting.
I've
Exactly.
been to Wales. Does that
Yeah,
count? No,
that doesn't
really.
count. But the point is, who cares about dinosaurs? We've got them already. They're still on Earth.
We don't have them already. What do you mean we've got them already?
We've had them. And no one
An
gives a
iguana
shit.
is not a fucking dinosaur, mate.
Yes, it is. It's just a very small version. Birds, seagulls are basically dinosaurs.
Do you know what? I've had some friends who looked a bit like aliens, but I'm not going to say they're here on Earth.
Yes. No, yeah, you're right. I agree with you. I think.
And I definitely wouldn't want to meet them.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. But I want to meet them off this planet if they're actually from off this planet.
So,
Done. I won that one. Since when has it been a competition?
all about the taking part. We're on question 4.
Is it me?
I've got one lined up.
Yeah.
This is this yours? Put yours on.
Yeah. All right. Okay. This is my question, and this goes out to Rye
Just me.
and you at home if you are listening. This is a question I pose to Ryan. Would you rather?
Alright, mate. This week's Would You Rather was stolen from the internet. Are you ready? Here we go. Would you rather be 40 foot tall for one day or 2 foot tall for a month? Think about it.
Oh, hello.
Right.
It's a good question, isn't it? It's
These
not.
aren't all, these aren't all. We've had some sort of reputation of the first episode we did, or maybe episode 2, if you want to be technical, of being very philosophical, and I feel like we've deviated.
We have deviated. I think
That's a good question, but it's not philosophical, is
change
it?
is good sometimes. I think change is good. I do love the philosophical though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But that question really stuck out for me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Would you rather be 40 foot tall
Yeah, very tall. That's really
for a
really
day,
fucking tall.
and then
You're a freak at that point.
or
Freak of
2
nature.
foot tall for a month?
A month is a very long time. And
Right. I can ask you what you consider the benefits of both.
There are clear benefits to both.
So what were the benefits you thought about?
40 foot tall. What couldn't you do at 40 foot tall, you could pick apples from trees.
I feel like actually, if you're 40 foot tall, that'd be incredibly difficult. You're much taller than the
Because
tree.
it's too. Well, you
It's
could.
like picking something off from your ankle.
Okay, well, you could fucking. I don't know. You could rip up apple trees and eat them like apples. The entire tree.
Right.
Yeah,
If we've got European or anyone outside of England or America, or by America I mean United States of America, we might have to do this in meters.
Right. Okay. I don't know the conversion rate off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
neither do I. Google it.
It's about 6, 8, 4, 9, 6, 8, 6, 2. It's about 37.
What's an 18-yard box in
But-
meters?
I don't know.
I don't know. Right.
Divide 40 by 6. What's that? 5? About 5 meters. Right?
Divide 6 by 3. That's 2. Nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Google it. So yeah, I think there's loads of. It's very advantageous to be 40 foot. One, you can make a lot of money in a day. You could charge for take photos of you.
You can make a lot of money in a day for either. If you're
Okay.
2 foot tall,
Well,
you've got a whole month to do that.
Yeah, so you could
You're
really
40 foot
You
tall,
could really
you've got a day.
monetize that 2 foot high.
You get about 50 quid.
Yeah, basically, yeah. You could. What else could you do?
What would you do with it if you were
could
40 foot tall?
I could fix my roof.
Fix your roof.
Without
Again, you'd
paying
have to
anyone.
bend down quite a lot.
Not my roof.
40 foot.
I could easily fix the roof of my house. Easy.
This is the roof of your house is, I don't know, 9 foot.
Well, that's just a shed. The actual house is probably
Your house.
25
Have
foot.
you got?
Well, it's my mum's house. It would be doing her a favour.
Is there a roof
The roof needs fixing.
issue with that as well?
Yeah, the
I thought,
winds.
Is this?
No, the winds are really picking up the tiles. I mean, this roof needs fixing. This is a whole separate issue. Her actual roof.
Right.
Anyway, the point is, go to my nan's house, fix her roof as well. Fix anyone's roof, because I'm 40 foot tall. I ain't ladders. They ain't ladders or nothing. That's one benefit.
So if you were 40 foot tall,
I could
you'd
tie
go
a flag
around,
to my head and just
I'm a
walk
jack of all
around.
trades.
Yeah.
I'll fix your roof.
Yeah.
I'll pick you some apples.
Yeah.
It'll do my backing because I'm just have to crawl along
So
the
all
floor.
you can do
and
is
this.
fix roofs and pick apples
Oh,
from
what would I do?
trees.
What would you do 40 foot tall? I mean, it would be really good if you want to travel. You can just kind of jog there.
Like the
Take it a
BFG,
fraction
you
of
could just run across
Exactly, yeah.
countries. Yeah.
Take a fraction of time. Apart from
Your
that,
stride would be
I
huge,
mean,
wouldn't it? Big
a lot.
stride.
A lot of things I want to do. I want to kind of do with my friends. I'm 40 foot tall. They're not going to share that with me. I'm
It's
gonna,
only one day.
yeah, one day. What would I do? I mean, yeah, I suppose if I could choose when I do it, like a whole drink a potion, and I become 40 foot tall. Maybe go to Everest and have a little climb of that.
Do you know, I just thought it'd be really hard to get out of your house. Just to get out of the
Yeah,
house.
yeah. So
You have to worm your way down.
Barry,
out
you
the door.
posed this question. You have the rules.
Yeah, alright, you only become 40 foot tall when you leave your house. And then you're stuck. You
You
can't
don't,
get.
you don't have like a potion you could drink or something.
No, 24 hours. And you can't get
As soon
back.
as you leave the house, you're fucked.
You got it. You're,
Well, what if you have like a balcony or something?
No, you're screwed, mate. Done.
Mate,
You're
that
done.
balcony's gone.
You're done.
But you're tall enough to fix it.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. But
Right.
if you're 2 foot tall, that's really small.
Right, so another key question
What are you
is,
gonna do there?
what are the benefits of 2 foot tall?
You could squeeze into very small spaces.
That's what I've always tried to do, but failed.
Yeah, you can.
Invite all my friends along. What should we squeeze into this? Ah, shit.
I don't know. You again, you could charge for photos in time, like go to Leicester Square or
I feel like 40 foot tall,
Covent
2 foot
Garden.
tall.
Covent Garden.
What am I, 5'8" or something like
You
that?
go to
I feel like all three of those I can go to Leicester Square.
you go. You can go to Covent Garden and just charge people for photos, and you make a mint.
I have a selfie of me with my ankle. I'm 40 foot tall, mate. I can't get in the photo.
Yeah, exactly. You have to get them to phone you so they can talk to you, and then arrange. I don't know what I'm saying. Right, so
Right. This is a very simple answer. I think I'd be 40 foot tall for a day because
What?
I think it'd be a very fun novelty, but it's useless.
at 2 foot
You,
tall,
you can't utilise it. I'm not going to make a business where I'll fix your roof within 24 hours.
Thing is, if you were
If I had if I was 40 foot tall, I wouldn't go, what are the business opportunities here? I'm gonna
thing-
call around. Who wants their roof fixing?
just
I'm gonna
thought,
bend
okay,
all the way down.
if-
I want to kind of enjoy myself
If
when
the
I'm
question
2 foot
changed,
tall.
right, if the question
I just want to
changed-
squeeze myself into some small spaces for a month. For a month. What am I going to do with that?
All right, I've got a question. I'm going to change the question. You're 40 foot tall the same day every year. So if you want to get, so you can book some work in. So you can have a really busy day. You can fix about 15 roofs. Right?
Stop getting me to do fucking labour work when I'm 40 foot tall.
You know, on May the 4th, May the 5th, May the 6th, well, let's say May the 6th, every year you become 40 foot tall. You spend the whole year drumming up business, and you go, right, I fix your roof at 11 a.m. I'll go to yours at 12, I'll do yours at 1, yours at 2, and you just fix all the roofs you can in one day. Boom.
Barry, at my height anyway, I can't fix a fucking roof. I don't know.
You'll be
I don't
40
know what
foot
I'm
tall.
doing. 40 foot tall, I still have the same knowledge that I do. I don't have to fix a fucking roof. I don't know, put some clay on it. What would you do?
You get a tile, you slide it under the fucking thing. I don't know.
Pick up a tile when you're 40 foot. Your fingers are going to be... You can't pick up a tile. It's like picking up a grain of sand.
You've got a big pair of tweezers.
Where am I going to get them from?
I
You didn't
don't-
supply me with those.
You get I don't know. Right, you get a scaffold pole, you bend it in two and use it as tweezers. I don't know, but anyway, so I would also be 40 foot tall,
Right, why?
just from a business point of view.
business point of view.
Yeah,
What could you... I mean,
Fix
you've got a
roofs.
whole month to be 2 foot tall. What are the business opportunities there?
I don't know. I don't think there are any. There's not business. Well, I could, like I said, I could be an extra in films,
Right.
but I'd have to book my work in. Do I know I'm becoming 2 foot tall? I think I would. May the 6th, I'll
If
become
you're
2 foot tall
and
for a
you would
month.
just turn up in Hollywood, I think they'd give you a job on the spot.
Exactly, exactly. So that one, and what else? I don't know. I could probably like sneak into places a bit easier, maybe.
Into where? Like
Female
cinemas and
changing
stuff?
rooms,
Female changing rooms.
cinemas.
I think I can still see you at 2 foot. Sneak.
What else? Yeah, there are no benefits. I'd be 40 foot tall, 100%. Done. All right.
So, question 5.
Right. I got one here. Right, this one is from, this is a guy who lives all the way in Ireland right now. He sent me this question, and it's an interesting one.
Right. Okay. What's his name?
His name is Dave, and he sent me this, and let me know what you think. What do you think?
Would you rather live on the moon for the rest of your days, or be painted green, your whole body's green, and you live in the centre of London?
I love it. I absolutely love it. I
Right,
love
so-
it because it's the most unconventional would you rather I've ever heard.
Right. So, would you rather live on the moon or
It's-
be painted green and live in the centre of London?
It's one of the-
I don't understand how those are connected.
It's one of the weirdest ones I've ever had, but I like it. And like he even said to me, it's a little bit political there. A little bit political.
Political.
A little bit political, mate. If you're, the world's a bit London centric, it's very busy there as well.
I know some sort of stuff about politics, but I don't know much about moon politics.
If you're painted green, it's almost saying like, there's not enough greenery in London. You're painted green. It's deep. And the point is, what would you rather do?
Right. So
Live on the moon. But I've got a lot of questions here. I wish he was in the room. Because
Right, yeah, I've got a question. Right. So if you were
are you on the moon on
if you
your
were
own?
if you were painted green, living in the centre of London,
Which probably is somebody right now who's painted green living in the centre of London.
do you know what?
probably
I've been
is.
to London, and if someone was painted green in the centre of London, it wouldn't even be that weird.
No. And he probably stinks of piss and he's just walking around right now. Yeah.
There's probably a few people,
There's somebody there.
and they probably think they're on the moon.
Yeah.
Dave,
Yeah.
is this one of your friends? Is this a shout out to him? Going, what would you rather, mate? Pick one. You're not on the moon. You are in the centre of London, painted green.
This is an intervention.
Yeah, if I like living on the moon, for me, I imagine you'd have to be in a spacesuit the whole time because it's not Earth. There's no oxygen.
Well,
or
no,
anything,
because
is there?
I can I just say I read this. In this scenario, there was like a moon base. That's what I gathered from it. There's
Right,
a moon base.
okay.
You don't have to walk around a spacesuit all day. You can roam around as you are, but you are confined to the moon base, which wouldn't be very big, like a big greenhouse.
So not only are you restricted planet-wise, the moon is a fraction of the Earth. Now you're restricted just to a moon station.
Yeah.
That is pretty much
But
it's pretty much a fraction of the size of central London.
But you can bang.
But you're on your own, and no one else is there. But I mean, you can jump around a bit,
But at least you're not green.
but you're not fucking green. But the thing is, if you're in central London, you're painted green. Some people would be like okay with it. A lot of people would
Do you know
be
what?
like,
A lot of
"What the
people
fuck
would
is
be
he painted
like,
green?" If you're on the moon,
Yeah.
you can paint yourself green. No one give a shit because no one's there.
If you just hang out outside the Tate Museum and be like, oh, he's just an art exhibition, let's give him some money. You might make a bit of money out of being painted green in central London. If you just walked around Westminster Like, oh, he's obviously protesting the fact that they're cutting down all the trees or something.
Stand still a bit, and you could be a human statue and get money for it. Probably more than if you're a 40-foot person trying to do some fucking roof jobs.
I'm sorry.
Some roof contractor. Paint yourself green, go in central London, you get a shitload of Japanese tourists.
No, bullshit. If I set a business called 40-foot Roofs Limited, and once a year I come and do all the roofs, mate, I'd make a mint. An absolute mint.
Paint yourself green.
More than you
it's
get
a lot easier than
loose change
growing at 40 foot, ruining a balcony that you've got to pay for.
I've just thought, when you turn 40 foot, all your clothes will just rip off. You'll be a big naked 40-foot man.
Do your clothes not grow?
No,
it's not
of course
like
it don't.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kid.
No,
the opposite.
It's not magic.
Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. The sequel. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Now he does roofing. Yeah, I don't know. I do know, actually. I'd be green in central London.
I'd be green.
So I'm surrounded by people.
Sorry, Dave, I don't see the benefits of being on the moon. You get to jump around a bit and pretend you're like, hey, I could jump around, but the novelty will wear off within the day, I think.
No,
the rest of your life on the moon in a space station that's a fraction of the size of central London. I'd rather live in central London, be a bit the green man who's a bit weird, but he's all right. I feel like people might think I'm all right, maybe.
Well, I think I disagree with you there, because I think the novelty wouldn't wear off straight away. You're on the moon, the novelty wouldn't wear off for a while, but the loneliness would set in within a couple of hours. So I thought I'd be lonely on my own on the moon forever. But I'm not green. There is that. But anyway, I'd go for the green man, central London. Fuck it. Sign me up. Sign me up.
But then again, listeners, you can always be green by recycling.
This podcast is sponsored by Go Green. Is there a charity? There must be a charity called Go Green. It's got to be. If there ain't, we're starting it.
Right.
GoGreen.co.uk. We support
so we
it.
had five questions. We had a little bit of feedback. We had a little bit of feedback from my mum again. I played it to her. She turned it off after a little while.
How long? How long did she last with this?
Not very
listening.
Long. But,
5 minutes?
What did she say last time?
10 minutes? It was shit.
Yeah, no, what a pile of shit or something like that.
Yes.
And this time I played it to her a little bit and she said, "What's the point?" I feel like that's worse than what a pile of shit.
Well, the thing
what
is,
is the point of it?
I think that question has a long life. Yeah, I mean, I am with her on that though. It's probably the most honest feedback ever. Like, what?
I am with her. What is the fucking
What is the point? But then, like I said, like that question opens up a whole can of worms, because what is the point of doing anything if you really think about it? What is the point? So I think by doing this, well, I still don't know what the point is, but it's better than doing nothing, because what's the point of that even? What is the point of existing? Surely this podcast goes some way to answering the question or finding an answer to that question. I don't know what the answer is, but we're trying to find it.
So it's not great feedback, but we've got a secondary feedback. It's actually from the father, would you rather, or father rather for short, which we always have to clarify, which doesn't make it any shorter. But
I love that guy.
Hopefully it's a little bit more positive than before.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this. Feedback from Father Rather. Here we go.
Who the fuck is offering you that feedback? I'm not being funny, guys. If I want to listen to a deep philosophical debate, I'm not going to tune into Knackers in the Breeze, am I? I'm going to listen to, I don't know, a little bit of Stephen Fry or some Neil deGrasse Tyson, maybe a little bit of Joe Rogan. Very intelligent man, often overlooked by those who aren't aware. Well, it's up to you, isn't it? All I have to offer you is puerile immaturity. So, two mics, that's overkill, if you ask me. One mic should do the job. Just shout out your window. More people will ultimately hear what you have to say if you shout it directly out the window. But I'm looking forward to hearing it, and I think that's all that matters, really. It's all that matters to me.
Thank you for your feedback.
So that was the feedback from the father. Would you rather? Who's a staple thing of this podcast.
The thing is, if your mum hates it, which she does, my mum hasn't listened to it because I know she'd hate it. And the father would you rather, who is like he's the benefactor of this almost in an emotional sense. If he doesn't enjoy it, why are we doing this? What is the point?
Why are we doing it? So yeah, that is a good point.
Thank you.
However, the father of Would You Rather is a very staple part of this podcast. So I feel like
I don't think he deserves it, that role, but he's got that role.
Well, he deserves some sort of theme tune. We've written our own theme tunes. We've written theme tunes, sing the theme tunes, do. However, Paul has his own theme tune now. So
right, I hope he's honoured. I really do. I can't wait to play it then. I want to hear this.
This is the full-length version. We'll condense it for next time.
5 would you rather?
His name is Paul Simeone, sponsored by Sony. Cheese and macaroni, he's taller than Tony. Sylvester Stallone, and his pepperoni for one season only. Boss cap, homie, if you want facial hair, I swear he's got some spare. Sweaty bollocks ahead, but he's out software. He's Papa Geezer, Diamond Geezer. He's a little barber infested with fleas.
Well, there we have it.
Back in the Breeze, episode 3.
Is that the end of the episode?
I think so.
So we've gone through, how many would you rather did we do in the end? About 5,
We did
6?
5. Same as last time. Same sort of format. Same
Ain't
number.
bad. Well, we didn't go as deep this week.
Not
Did
so
we?
deep.
I
We're
think
not all philosophical. We're not all silly.
No.
We did some silly ones.
We need, if you want to get deep, send us a deep question, man.
Oh, you mean the questions get deep? Oh.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. But also, if you want to take things to the next level, that's fine with us. Just email. That's how that's how it all starts now. All right. Well, well, there we go. I think I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that.
I look forward to hearing more from the audience, and it'd be nice to get a bit deeper, wouldn't it? Thank you.
And good night. Or good morning. Fuck it.